What would you do if you knew nobody was watching? Picture this. There's a guy named Alex. Alex is just like you and me. He's got dreams, he's got desires, but there's one thing that holds him back. Fear. Fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of stepping out of his comfort zone. This fear is like a heavy cloak, dampening his spirit, muffling his voice, and dimming his light. Every day, Alex walks through life with an invisible audience in his head, always watching, always judging. This fear stops him from expressing himself, from showing his true colors, from being authentic. He's afraid to laugh too loud, to dance too wild, to dream too big. He's holding back, and it's holding him back. But imagine, just for a moment, if Alex could shake off this fear. If he could embrace the power of authenticity. If he could let his true self shine. What would his life look like then? But what if Alex learned to dance like nobody was watching? Imagine Alex, alone in his room, finally giving in to the rhythm of his favorite song. His foot starts tapping, almost subconsciously, matching the beat. His heart syncs with the rhythm, and before he knows it, he's up and moving. At first, it's a hesitant sway, a shuffle of feet as if he's testing the waters. But as the melody seeps into his soul, his movements become bolder, more fluid. He twirls, leaps, and spins, each move more confident than the last. His arms swing wide, his head thrown back in pure, unadulterated joy. The world outside his room ceases to exist. There are no judgments here, no critical eyes watching. It's just Alex and the music, a symphony of freedom and liberation. He's dancing like nobody's watching, embracing the beat with unabashed enthusiasm. Every twirl, every leap, every spin is a testament to his newfound freedom. Alex finds a new sense of freedom, a spark he hadn't felt before. Now imagine Alex applying this newfound courage to his relationships. Picture him, standing on the precipice of expressing his feelings, teetering between the fear of rejection and the hope of a deeper connection. He takes a deep breath, steps off the edge, and lets his heart lead the way. This is the power of vulnerability, of emotional bravery. It's about letting your guard down, opening your heart, and risking everything for the chance of something extraordinary. It's about embracing the possibility of pain, because the potential for love is worth it. Alex begins to live out his feelings, not in the shadows of fear, but in the light of honesty. He shares his dreams, his hopes, his fears, not knowing how they will be received, but understanding that this is the only path to genuine connection. In this brave new world of emotional openness, Alex finds himself experiencing relationships in a whole new way. It seems Alex is learning to love like he'll never be hurt. What if Alex decided to sing not for an audience but for himself? Imagine Alex, perhaps he's just an ordinary guy, but he has an extraordinary love for singing. He's always hummed in the shower, tapped out rhythms on the steering wheel, but he's always held back, always been fearful of judgment, of criticism. But one day, he decides to change. Alex begins to express himself through his voice, allowing each note to carry a piece of his soul. He sings songs of joy and melodies of sorrow, harmonies of love and rhythms of resilience. The world around him fades into a symphony of his own creation. His voice becomes his canvas, his emotions the vibrant colors. He paints stories in the air, stories that are fearless, raw, and unapologetically Alex. He no longer sings for applause, he sings for release, for connection, for the sheer joy of it. He discovers a newfound freedom in his songs, a liberation from fear and self-doubt. Alex is starting to sing like nobody is listening. What if we all lived our lives like Alex, free from fear of judgment, embracing every moment? Alex's transformation started with the courage to be his authentic self, a journey that led him to a life that feels like heaven on earth. Imagine the peace that comes from living life on your own terms, where every decision is a reflection of your true desires. It's about waking up every day with a sense of purpose, knowing that you are on your unique path, not someone else's. Picture the joy that comes from making choices that align with your values and passions. It's the kind of joy that radiates from within, lighting up your world and those around you. Consider the fulfillment that comes from living a life that's authentically yours. It's the fulfillment that arises from knowing you've lived each day to the fullest, not just existing, but truly living. So what would you do if you knew nobody was watching? Would you dance, love, sing, and live like Alex?